When I think about how long the church has been a part of my life, I just think about like, the story my parents always told. Like I was a month old when David Brown came to our house knocking on the door, and my dad was yelling not to let him in, and my mom let him in, and now we've been going to the Avenue ever since. My parents never like had to ask us to go to church or try to talk us into going to church. We just loved everything about like the kids and the youth, and so we were always like, hey, when are we going? And now my kids do the same thing.
Like he said, my kids really love coming here and they ask to come every Sunday. And so it's not hard to get them here. And I kind of feel like this is like a second home to me.
I think the Avenue's made an impact in our family in a lot of different ways. Like for me personally, we do like the mission trips and stuff like that. So it's helped me grow a lot because I'm around other like-minded men just trying to be better people and help out however we can. But it's also just helped us grow, just challenging us to, talk about stuff with our kids and, the way we just carry ourselves.
My daughter, she's now 7, but has been asking all the time, like when she can be baptized. She went through with the First Christians class and like really was getting an understanding because they do such a good job of explaining like what baptism means.
We choose to give here at the Avenue Church because we just really believe in the mission of the church and where it came from, where it's going. When I didn't tithe, like, you just feel like you're missing something. And then once you really start being generous and giving first, not waiting till you make sure you got enough, yeah, it just changed your whole mindset about money.
So when we had our second kid, I was in the hospital a lot longer than normal, and I had some complications, and we were just like thinking like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be insane. Like our hospital bill is gonna be crazy because I had to have a C-section and all this stuff. I don't want to like throw you under the bus or anything, but there were times where he's like, I think we're not gonna like give this month or whatever because we have hospital bills that we gotta look forward to and pay. But I was always just like, no, we need to like keep giving and just be consistent with it. And so he did. And I'm not kidding you, like it was crazy to see that we didn't pay anything to the hospital.
Yeah, it was like the highest hospital bill we'd ever had, but it all got covered by insurance.
And through giving consistently, we just saw God provide for us.
This Accelerate initiative is really going to challenge our giving and our budget. My first thought, what came in my head was, okay, we just need to double our tithe, So do 10%, do 20%. You start running the numbers, you're like, whew. But I think that's part of being challenged to do something is like, it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be like, but how much do you believe in what we're doing here? If you're going to give more, then something's got to give somewhere else. And so that's sacrifice. People got to make sacrifice. But just constantly be thinking about, all right, well, how can I cut the budget here and there so that we can achieve what we're trying to achieve? It's temporary, And once we get it done, you can turn Netflix back on. When you're growing up, you feel like, okay, like this is what we were supposed to be doing. And then like the next thing happens, you're like, oh no, this is what we're supposed to do. And then now here we are, and it's like, well, now like there's a lot of people moving in, and now this is like before we were kids. Well, now it feels like it's kind of like our turn. We're up now. So instead of just watching our parents give and the older people give, it's like, now it's our generation.